What's up YouTube, it's your boy Young Phillip, and I'm back with another video for y'all today. And before we get started with today's video, make sure y'all click the like button down below, give it a thumbs up, make sure y'all click that subscribe button, click the bell so you can be notified and don't miss any of my videos. Today's video is going to be another episode review of The Boondocks, Season 3, Episode 2. So without further ado, let's begin. The name of the episode is simply titled, Bitches to Rags. And we start off the episode with Granddad waking up to the sound of a tow truck driver, and they're trying to repossess his car named Dorothy. And it turns out that the guy had made a mistake by going to Granddad's house when he was really supposed to be going to Thug Nificent's house because Thug Nificent's car was going to get repossessed. And then after the bad mix-up, Riley go visit Thug Nificent to play games with him. And Thug Nificent was like, "You mind apologize to your grandfather for me about that mix-up earlier," because he was like he didn't want the car. And when Riley goes over to his house, he sees that the inside of Thug Nificent's house is in a state of just fucked up. And Thug Nificent makes a fake phone call, trying to give some money to some random, and then Riley turns on the TV and they see Sergeant Gutter, and Thug Nificent starts hating on Sergeant Gutter, who has a #1 song called Crank That Artichoke. And Thug Nificent tells Riley that he has some new songs and he wanted Riley to hear them. And Thug Nificent plays some music for Riley, and Riley's not feeling the auto-tune. And then Riley ended up finding out that Flo Nominal went and got a job, and then Mactastic went back to pimping. The only person that didn't turn their back on Thug Nificent was Leonard. And Leonard got the job at Wendy's. Then Thug Nificent have an interview with Vlad TV, and things is going good until Vlad mentions the name Sergeant Gutter. And that's when he started trash talking about Sergeant Gutter on the interview. And then after this happens, Thug Nificent album dropped that next week, and SoundScan said that he ain't sold not at least one copy. And Thug Nificent, oh yep, it was over. Like, his album did terrible in record sales. And Thug Nificent makes a video about how folks don't be going out their way to support his music or anything for that matter. And then he was on the phone again, but this time it sounds like he was being dropped by his record label, and he says the infamous "damn, damn, damn" from Good Times. And then Thug Nificent friend Leonard come home from work, and he saw the video that Thug Nificent put on MySpace and bought copies of Thug Nificent's new album. And he's like, why the fuck would I need several more copies of my own album for? And then, in the midst of all the craziness, Riley informs Thug Nificent about Sergeant Gutter's response to Thug Nificent's interview. And Sergeant Gutter was at first like, I grew up listening to him. He wanted real people to make me do this. And then he was like, but forget this old ass dude. And then he even went as far as to calling Thug Nificent's mother, or if it was. But we may never know. But when things got even worse, after watching that video, IRS showed up at Thug Nificent's door and says he owed at least $20,000 or something else. He got at least 6 weeks to pay them, or else they're going to take his house. And then he tried to get the same job as Flo Nominal, and that didn't work out because he accidentally revealed that Flo Nominal was in a rap group with Thug Nificent. Then he tried his way of selling crack, and that backfired, most definitely backfired. Went to this one dude, and they tried to pull off a little deal, and that went all the way wrong thanks to Ed Russell III ruining that plan. And then Doug Nificent passed out in the neighborhood, and Granddad bring him in, and they have a little talk and whatnot. And Riley is of course Doug Nificent's main supporter, and was like, "You still got it. You still got something left in you." And then Doug Nificent ended up cutting the afro puffs out of his hair. He's back to having short hair, and he now has a job working at UPS as a delivery man. But things are going real smooth for Doug Nificent. Anyway, that's the end. That's pretty much Bitches to Rags, and that pretty much sums up the episode. If you have seen this episode, let me know your favorite part in the comment section down below. But if you haven't, please go watch the episode. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning into today's video. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button, click the thumbs up, give it a like, click the subscribe button, click the bell so you can be notified and don't miss any of my videos. Don't forget to add me on social media at YoungPhilip_00. That's Instagram, Snapchat, Ron361005, and TikTok at YoungPhilip00. With that being said, I'm out.